me. Incredible work from Novo, but there is still a lot of games to be played. But for some of these teams, it is now becoming now or never. For Inner Circle, just couldn't get anything going for them. Fnatic way down there as well. If you're AG Global, you're in a horrible spot. You're more than guaranteed pretty much at this stage to be going to last chance qualifiers tomorrow. I tell you what though, I know that Des were talking about Twisted Minds. I'm starting a little concerned for Team Vision here as well. Yeah. Right now, we have the leaderboard on our screens. You guys at home don't. Twisted Minds 116 points. Team Vision are only 2 ahead. Yeah. They are very much in the conversation to not be making top 7. We need to see a good game out of Team Vision here.
A big game from Team Vision, a big game from Twisted Minds, a big game for the east side of the map. Everybody aside from Virtus Pro. Virtus Pro dominating yet again. The Falcons, of course, hero plays and assuredly going to the finals and skipping LCQs. But what do we do now? The third game, the last game for A versus C. Let's jump into it. A lot of question marks and a lot of folks with their back against the wall here, Ton.
And this is going to change things up. We'll have a little look at the circle in a second, but Stronghold is cut off. The circle is leaning more to the southeast. So you'd imagine we're going to be cutting off Control Center, Dock, etc. as the game does go on. Maybe a contestant coming in here over towards the Falcons. I maybe just popped a little too early on that one. But Stronghold is where they are heading once more. They haven't changed it up like we thought they potentially would, and we'll continue to start the farm kills. This thing's starting to get rolling straight across the board. Who's in trouble here? It's the Gentlemates, it's Padzuka and the Fnatic boys. Starting to farm them off the rip.
Yeah, Fnatic back at their old games again. I guess this old dog can't learn new tricks. They're back up against the Gentlemates up here in Bio, and I think a trading of blows both ways means both teams will back off for a moment and make sure their teammates stay alive. You don't want to get wiped early, not when you're fighting for position on the leaderboard. And of course, I think a lot of other things we could talk about Team Vision. They do go back to Harbor, and they do get somewhat contested by that Kim team of VP, but so far so good. It does look like Twisted Minds alone as well down in Factory. So we're going to stick with this fight for now to make sure that both of these teams are able to make it out of Bio alive. I can't imagine that's going to be the case.
Just a side note, we'll not go over towards them necessarily, but Falcons did get contested over towards the Stronghold, and that was actually from EXO Esports. A bit of a bold play coming from them. Safe to say EXO Esports are being sent packing, but what I did love to see there was from Falcons, 2 of them just back straight up. Hisoka was in a little bit of trouble. You see Biffle, Shifty, come straight back to help their right.
Well, and this is actually a key moment of Prison. We haven't seen the beginning of this Prison fight in a while, and CT has actually pushed FaZe out of Prison, out into the open. For now, that's okay, because everybody else is congested in this kind of quagmire of their POI. But look at the kill feed lighting up like crazy. Inner Circle decided to contest Novo over in Control, and Novo is punishing them. And speaking of getting punished, over there in HQ, Showstopper, Robstar, they're not getting anything. They're not getting a tower. They're not getting an ammo shack. They are out of here.
Pretty early doors for them. Vision, once again, really struggling. And the problem is for them, they're dropping in between 2 Sharks. They're between VP, they're between Twisted Minds, and they are just getting farmed over and over. Lennon has been caught by noobs. Everybody else from Vision now is just trying to start to survive. And who are they potentially going to run into? Their Reapers from the last game in Team Falcons. But as that all goes on, we'll see how it develops. But back over towards Falcons, back over towards Bioweapons. And right now, back over with Fnatic, I should say. A lot of teams starting with F here. Goj, we're struggling. We'll get there in the end.
No, I love it. I'm really curious to see what's going on with CT and FaZe still. FaZe still pushed out of their POI, and now's the time where some folks can start looking over at that fight and saying, why are there open people wide out in the open? And actually, J-Tech is getting picked up by CT off screen, as Fnatic still fighting the Gentlemates on this spot. This is something that happens often, especially up in Bio when you maintain position in the zone. There's going to be fights that take a very long time, but we swing over to the Falcons, Twisted Minds. The Falcons getting better than their opponents overall. A nice win for them right now. Almond, I believe, last alive for his team after the Falcons strike down 2/3, and they know exactly where Almond's at, but they know they can't get there in time to get the full wipe. Twisted Minds still in the blender, even though they have Factory completely to themselves.
Falcons playing around. Team Vision over here as well, who have not been able to get things rolling whatsoever. Lennon in a little bit of trouble. More than that, he's gone. And all of a sudden, Echo and Cove really do have to just continue to survive. A team who we did lose was EXO Esports. They dropped on Falcons early. Of course, got wiped. Echo falls. And once again, Team Vision, you cannot get a hold of anything right now. They are starting to struggle, and they're under threat of this top 7 falling out of their hands.
Still floating, still on the map, but need a hero play. And speaking of a hero play, Novo Esports in need was one as well, because we've got Biffle trying to play spoiler to Control. This is the classic rotation from the Falcons. This is what they did in the first couple maps. Take a look at the left-hand side of your screen. You do see that 9, that salmon peach color-ish. That's going to be Team Vision. Watch out for them on the map. If you see them, they are still alive. We'll continue to check in with them. This is a key moment being on the bubble with this Novo esports team trying to go big on Biffle. They are not going to get 1v2'd. They did not body stack. They shouted together side by side, and they win the gunfight.
Incorrect call from me. Exos esports still continue to thrive. And, well, just about survive, if anything. But teams starting to fall, players starting to fall, control starting to go over to a few different teams. But this is a big fight on the outside of the circle, but it's Yarvik once again finds the fight. Can he find the second? It's not going to be there. Shifty once again. Him and Biffle, no, actually they managed to find the wipe as well. Novo fall extremely early to the hands of Falcons. And once again, though, EXO really want to get involved with the Falcons. They're looking for control here as well.
Like we talked about, the Falcons are just here to make a statement now. They don't care about anything. They've already qualified for the finals, most likely. They're at over 200 points at this point, and they wipe one of the top teams today. Novo is out early for the first time, I think, in the entire competition in double-digit exits. A crazy moment because they stayed in control, and unfortunately, when all three are in control, the Falcons come in at the right time. They're going to be able to get the wipe. Great execution for the Falcons yet again.
And eventually, it is going to be Vision getting a little bit of control themselves. You've got one other player towards the other side of the map, but we are eventually seeing them get themselves at least a loadout and up and running. Once again, running into Twisted Minds. These two teams fighting over each other, but also fighting in pretty much the same spot on the leaderboard. Important fights continuing here. Right now, keeping an eye on Fnatic as well. They are pretty much center zone for the most part over towards the top prison side. We'll keep an eye on how things are going to transpire. That circle is closing. We'll know which way we're going in 20 seconds.
And again, our zone is pulling southeast. So Bio now out of zone, Stronghold out of zone, most of Living Quarters out of zone. We're going to be headed to this POI right here. It's going to be a factory or harbor ending or any of that land in between, maybe red. Here we go, Aydan looking for a double on Vision. This would be a wipe likely on Vision. No, they've got one floating. Either way, it's going to be a wipe on Echo, not even close. The wrong place to be at the wrong time. We've got Inxian out as well. Fnatic being wiped off screen as it looks like Leviathan picking up a few kills. Twisted Minds doing a lot of the same.
Yeah, unfortunately for Vision there, they had one player over towards the other side of the map when they went for that regain. That was FIFA. He's only just got involved. And now they're hunting him down as well. Here come the rest of VP. FIFA needs to survive and has survived long enough. The rest of the team are on their way back, but how long can he survive? Aydan hunting, and they find them just oh so easily. FIFA wiped up the map, but the rest of the team have continued to survive. Big fight going on over towards prison though. Team starting to get involved.
Yeah, a huge switch here because the Falcons are getting into the mix. They're trying to get really active, and as they do, they get punished for it. CT was waiting, lying in wait, Scummin also trying to find anything on the leaderboard, and finally AG is coming online. Finally, they're getting kills after an absolute goose egg. And the last one, they have a few to their name as Biffle is last alive and barely breathing, slowly, surely waiting for his teammates to get back into the lobby.
Yeah, he should be all right as everything is kind of shaken out here. Biffle will continue to survive, but will have to take his time to go for the regain for his squad. Fights going on here. Over towards Chemical. Good shots coming in from Sage. One smoking. Matty's picked out of the sky. We'll have that one. Noobs will find one. Of course, over towards Inner Circle. Orbs is dealt with, but the circle now starting to come in once again. We said it was pulling in this direction. Factory Harbor going to be well fought over. Prison control may well be there for the side of Falcons as well. It's a big fight over towards Living Quarters too, but everyone's starting to fight out, starting to juke out. But these teams are over here towards Industry. You're going to have to find this fight and get the skates on.
Gentlemates strike back. VP not in trouble. They've got their anchor way out to the side of Kim. But Gentlemates do strike them and say, don't worry, you're not going to get a free win this time. We see, looking at that zone again, you took a look at it, there's not a lot of people in Harbor and Factory, which means anybody that can regain before our timer ends are going to fly directly there. You're going to see a lot of solos, a lot of duos down there trying to regain. I would expect a team like Twisted Minds, since they're still alive, to get a couple of these kills and then directly swing back into Factory to try to take over the control of, frankly, the strongest POI on the map. And not the high ground currently in zone, but what will be the high ground. So they're going to play low side and then work up through Factory. Watch out for Twisted Minds, hopefully in the late game. This is their game to lose. It is pulling to their POI. It's the classic statement we said about the Gentlemates.
A couple of teams who are going to struggle here have to make a big jump over towards a little bit of safety. Well, it is going to be Vision. It was Nate Dogg who was watching over them, but FIFA will manage to find it. They make their way. Gentlemates of Grommelok and co have to also make their way over towards prison as things starting to get a little mix here towards this bottom side. Still 10 teams remaining as the third circle continues to close. Team still fighting over everything over towards that side, but if you are in a circle, you're just trying to survive right now.
Yeah, watch out for the Falcons. They just popped an advanced UAV. They're going to go flying through prison and trying to pick up some kills. They also know how to rotate to a new zone, and it does look like they're going to swing down to HQ. Watch out for HQ fight while we see the inner workings of prison get all shuffled around. Inner Circle, I am surprised, frankly, that they have been able to regain as best they have. They at least have 2 on the map. They're trying to make a play. It does look like Oz being cut down off screen by noobs. Might spoil any plans they have for a full team of 3, but take a look here, as it looks like maybe the Falcons not going to rely on one, but an entire team to wipe this Team Vision.
Well slowed down by FIFA. Echo, has he found the angle? Yes, he has. FIFA will get taken down. Can he find the second? Not quite going to be there, but is the trade Lennon to pick up the pieces? Hisoka will fall. All 3 members of Vision continue to survive. But if you're Falcons, you survive as well, but they're in a precarious spot right now.
We've got to check in with Team Vision and do a listen in with this squad. Now that they've wiped 2/3 of the Falcons, where do you go from here? You need the points. Let's listen in.
Where do you throw it, Len?
Here.
I got it.
There's a gold crate below, by the way.
I'm not hitting him with that. One of us should probably buy you here something. We should play grannies.
Give me.
Look at this down low, bro. Go for it, Manny. Look at this down low.
Yeah, see it. Got 4. I'm buying you, give me money. Echo.
Yeah.
Run one side door, right side door on that one. On the stairs there.
Stay out, I dropped here.
Alright. Where'd you drop me, bro?
Inside, bro.
Where? Like,
FIFA picked it up, bro.
FIFA picked
there you go.
money, bro.
We've got to watch roof and shit.
Yeah, I already jumped out.
Yeah?
Yeah, we'll get deep in gas on the right.
Some strategy plays, some miscommunications, but overall they are alive. Off screen, nice shot from FIFA. Off screen, you didn't see Falcons full wipe, Gentlemates full wipe. We're into the top 10, and Team Vision trying to address how they want to move into the zone. They went to go buy UAVs, and now we're going to push on to Twisted Minds. Remember what I said about Twisted Minds? In Factory, they're trying to maintain control as we see Leviathan struck down by VP. VP will not go quietly into this new zone. There is only one alive as AG falls.
And it's very typical for Vision to actually get themselves in this position as we see the circle in the top left corner now is shrinking towards them and Twisted Minds. 2 of the teams we said coming into this game needed to have a big one. Vision have somehow survived to this stage. They may well go on to win this game.
Huge question marks around the total amount of kills that both of these 2 teams have. But on the offside, Sage is by himself and he doesn't care. Picks up 1. No, can't get the trade out. VP out early. They do go down in 6. They will not get our best multiplier you can get without the win. But even still, VP puts points on the board as Inner Circle again. Tip my hat, I shake their hand. Somehow, some way, in a regain blender all game, they have made their way to top 5. They needed it bad.
It's been the same for them. It's been the same for Team Vision. It's been the same for XO Esports. You are living very much by the hair on your chins. Resolve will fall, and there you go. We've lost CT Gaming, who have once again just found themselves over towards the top side. But here we are, with Team Vision over towards the top side of Factory. Boat very much belongs to the side of Twisted Minds. You have an Inner Circle and EXO in the mix as well. Anybody's game. But really, the height advantage belongs here to Team Vision. What can they do with it? Well, there's a drop. Braid's going to fall. Orbs is there to find the pickup. Orbs actually managed to find himself plenty of kills, but can they find the pickup? Yes, they can. Inner Circle gone. 3 teams remain.
Yeah, you steal those kills away from Hamoud as well. It's a huge win. It's going to be a 3v3v2. Obviously, Twisted Minds with that zone actually pulling even further than I thought it would. It's going to pull all the way to Boat, and now it's actually pulling back over to School. Who rotates first is the question. Do you have the resources? Do you have the gas mask to rotate early? Twisted Minds in the best spot. Hamoud and Notorious say, we're going to go underneath everybody and maybe swim over to School. You can only imagine Twisted Minds has sniffed these guys out. There's the early rotate. FIFA Kill, known to be a great IGL, does get there first. We'll see if that power position pays off. Check out FIFA Kill on the right-hand side.
Yeah, makes his move. And here come the rest of the team as well. Echo will be the last domino to fall, the last player to make his move as well. Arm and Echo just trying to find some pigs. Do they know where they are? Do they have that information? Do they have the gunny? Echo pinned down for just a little bit, but he needs the rest of his team to help him out here. But the linchpin in this one could be EXO Esports, who are still lingering.
Again, Team Vision, the only team technically in new zone. They have power position by a mile. They are going to win this game unless it's an absolute sell. Twisted Minds extremely good at rotating. They're able to do it. No, they can't. Z-Smith can't get through. And EXO actually cleans up one as well. They trade blows. Twisted Minds in a complete blender. They've got one down below. It's going to be a 3v2v1. Team Vision has this game. They've just got to execute. Do not scam, gentlemen. You've got to win in your hands. EXO can't get out of the water, but still a great effort from them.
Yeah, 3v1v1. Team Vision. It's very typical. They were in such a bad spot throughout the majority of this game. One player now will fall. You can surely imagine EXO will fall as well. Aydan couldn't do anything there. And I don't know if Notorious can do a great deal about this. That's a hell of a regain from Team Vision. They were battered across the entirety of the map, could not find